Hello my little storm clouds, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Today we are working on the next tier list. I have just done the kits tier list a few days ago, might be more than a few days ago now. I had to take a break from filming for a little while. We had car problems, everything's been up in the air. My brother had some health problems. My grandma, she's like my step grandma, passed away, which it wasn't too hard hitting on me personally, just because I wasn't close to her. It's still not nice. I feel deeply for my stepdad more than anything. So the start of 2025 has been throwing punches at me, and now I'm throwing punches back at it. We're going to get back to it. I want to start my fantasy save file up again. But today we are doing the tier list for stuff packs. Since I last did the rankings for stuff packs, there was only been one new stuff pack, which is Crystal Creations. But my order of things might have changed anyway, just because my style has vastly changed from the start of last year or the end of the year before that. I can't remember exactly when I filmed it, but if you look at that video, I had a lot of pastel colours, wore bright colours, and I'm just not into that anymore. If I've already just said, I want to get started on my fantasy save file. I'm hugely into fantasy everything. I want a fantasy room. I'm currently wearing fantasy sort of style of clothing, so my things might have changed a little bit. And before I get into the video, I do want to say you can use my creator code STORM at checkout, and it supports me. I get a little bit of a commission every time you use my code. It can be used on the EA app or on the Sims website, and it can be used on any of the packs, including the bundles, excluding the build your own bundle. And I saw Hip Hip Renee mention this a while ago. She was like, it's less money to EA and more money to your favourite creator. And I love that way of putting it. So let's jump into this tier list. So my tier list has changed looks wise, but it's exactly the same. We start at S and it goes down to D, so S being the best, D being the worst, and this is all my own opinions, so don't just go off what I say. I know people are like, oh, I know which packs to buy now, but you need to go off the style you like. So please do bear that in mind. This is just my opinion. If yours is the total opposite way, that is totally fine. And I'm going to try do this in order. I think I've saved these in order, and I have all of the stuff packs bar Luxury Party, and I just don't want this pack. I literally don't care for it. I've put it on my list here, and I'm just going to shove it in D just by looking at the items. I just don't like the look of them. That might be bad that I'm putting it in there, but I am stating I don't even own this pack. And let's just shove it down here. For some reason my D is shorter than all the rest of them, so I'll just make it smaller. It's fine. We're going to shove you in D straight away. I don't think I'm ever going to want this pack. Next up we have Perfect Patio, and I'm trying to remember what is in this. I feel like there's a glass table, there is a sofa, there's obviously the hot tub. I feel like I remember what is in this, but I feel like I don't get that much use out of this. I don't think it's a bad pack, but obviously it is a very specific theme. I think I like the hedges that are in this. They're actually an item. I think I quite like those, but I don't use them that often. It's quite a modern pack, so again, with somebody that's more into that fantasy style, I don't think it's quite for me. Again, not a bad pack, it's just a very specific pack. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in C for me. I feel like a lot of these stuff packs aren't going to be the highest for me. I feel like kits, I was surprised how many was in S. I don't think there's going to be that many in S for me with stuff packs. Next up we have Cool Kitchen. This is the one that has the ice cream maker. Does it have a popcorn maker as well? Or is it just ice cream? I think it might just be ice cream. Don't really use this one that much, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't even like the counters or anything in this. I think there's a few clutter items I like. I'm pretty sure there's a thing that hangs on the wall. There's the chopping board. I'm pretty sure it's from Cool Kitchen. Sorry, my mind's not very good with remembering what's from every single pack since there is so many packs. So for me, it's not quite luxury party stuff. So I think I'm going to also have to put it in C. I do prefer Perfect Patio, but I can't put Perfect Patio in B. I don't think. I can move things around at the end. I most probably won't, but I can if I want. So I'm going to pop that in there. Next up, we have the Spooky Stuff Pack. I got this because I love Halloween so much, and some of the outfits have come in handy with my fantasy save file. I made a pirate ship quite a while ago, so the pirate outfits were perfect. And there is a few items in there that I have used, but it is very specific again. And it is very children's spooky stuff pack, Halloween looking decorative, not spooky creepy like I would prefer, but there is some gameplay aspects. You can do your trick-or-treating, you can do pumpkin carving, so I do like that aspect of it. I also really like the sweet bowl where the hand comes out. I think that's pretty cool. I prefer these over Perfect Patio and Cool Kitchen, so I think it could be a B because it's not an A, because again, with their very specific items, you can't often use them for other things. Next up we have a Movie Hangout. Everything is quite bright coloured, but there is swatches which are more like wood tones, but it has that more like bohemian style to it, and I love like the scattered rugs. I think that with this one is the popcorn. It might be this one where there's popcorn. I could be totally wrong. Please tell me if I'm wrong. But I actually really like this. Is it an A though? I'm trying to look at what's coming up next and I'm like, can I put it in A? I think I can put it in A. I think I can put it in A. I really like the items. They're really, really pretty items. Like I said, and there is the variation of the really bright colours to the more subdued colours. I think I like the outfits that are in Movie Hangout as well. Next up, Romantic Garden. Right, this one again is very specific. It is only garden items, and they're very specific garden items. They're very, as it says, romantic. There's rose bushes, there's lots of different flowers, there's statues where they're holding flowers. I love this pack, and I didn't get that much use out of it before, but since doing my fantasy save file, the amount of items that I use from the romantic garden stuff, I absolutely love it. And I think my favourite flowers are also in this pack. Is it an S tier? I don't think it's an S tier. I think this might have to be an A tier, just because I'm looking at a couple of others which I know I'm like, I prefer over Romantic Garden. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in A tier. Next up, the Kids Room Stuff Pack. I can barely remember what's in this pack. I'm not going to lie. I remember the bed that you can see on the image, but it's got like the drawers underneath. The drawers aren't usable. I think a lot of the items I don't really use. Is this the one that's got like the butterflies in it? I quite like the butterflies that are on the wall. I think this is the pack that has the butterflies in it. But it's just, I really don't get that much use out of this personally. Some people will love this stuff pack, but for me, I don't think it's D. I don't think it's luxury party stuff. I feel like it's maybe on par with Cool Kitchen, where I like a few of the items. So I think C. Backyard Stuff Pack. This one, there's going to be a lot in C, I think, because I think this one is also C. I really like that there is the slip and slide. I think it's so cool. I don't use it often. It's really rare that I use this sort of items. And I'm not even a huge fan of the other like garden items that are in here. There is a few things that I really like, but a lot of it I'm just not hugely fond of. But again, it's not luxury party stuff level. So I think I'm going to go C. And I don't even know what clothing is in the backyard stuff pack. Not got a clue. Vintage Glamour. I feel like I rated this one maybe quite low last time I did this. But looking back, I'm like, Vintage Glamour is what introduced the dressing tables, which were functional. And there is butlers in it. And I think I quite like a lot of the items now. I don't think it's quite A tier. I think this might be on par with Spooky Stuff Pack for me. So I think I'm going to go B. Then we have Bowling Night. Again, a very, very specific pack. I have never made a bowling alley. I have used a few items from this pack, but I think I might have rated it like a C or B last year. I can't remember. It wasn't really low, but that was when I was into the more colourful modern style, and there has that sort of modern element to some of the items. So I think I might have to put this one in D with luxury party stuff. Like, I'm not that bothered. I don't really use it. I think maybe some of the clothing's quite cute, but I think it's a D. Then we have the Fitness Stuff Pack. For me, the Fitness Pack, I feel like is lacking a little bit. I think like some of the items should have been base game. Is it on par with Bowling Night? I really don't even like the shelves that are in it. I'm not a fan of. The only thing I really, really love is the rock climbing thing. And I always do the thing where I hide it in a wall. I size it down really, really tiny, so it makes it look like the Sims climbing up a wall instead of the rock climbing wall. I think I'm going to have to put it in D as well. I knew I wouldn't have a lot in S for this one. Some of the stuff packs just aren't my favourite. Next up, the Toddler Stuff Pack. I love making toddler stuff. Like I said in my last video, I love making toddler stuff, even though I don't want children, but I really love making really cute things in The Sims. So for the Toddler Stuff Pack, I feel like I get a lot of use out of it. I really like that there's a slide for toddlers. I still really wish they had slides for kids that isn't attached to that stupid pirate ship. I have a functional slide, and it's an absolute nightmare to do and get right. And I've done tutorials and people say like it's not working. It's because it's very difficult and things have to be very specific to make it functional. So just give me a damn slide for kids. But yeah, anyway, back to the Toddler Stuff Pack. This one's A for me. I get quite a lot of use out of it. I really love the cushions that are in here. Adults can use the cushions as well. It just acts as a seat, and I get a lot of use out of them. Next up we have Laundry Day. I actually really like Laundry Day. I don't really care for the gameplay because I don't really play it, but the outfits are super cute. I really love the washing line. I don't really care about the actual washing machine and dryer, but I like the bucket thing you get to hand wash the clothes, and the broom that you can hang on the wall, and the little stands I think are super cute. So this also might be an A tier for me. I think, yeah, I prefer it over the spooky stuff pack, so I'm going to put it there. Next up is my first pet. And I think I didn't rate this badly last time, but I didn't rate it like high or anything. And that is because I used to use the doggy door from this all of the time. Other than that, I hate this pack. The little cute pets in it, you can get like the hamster and I can't remember what other ones there is. There's a rat, a hamster, a weird hedgehoggy mixture thing. Anyway, I love those, but they should have been with cats and dogs. They shouldn't have had their own stuff pack because some of the items in this stuff pack, if you don't know, are not even usable unless you have cats and dogs, because there is like outfits for cats and dogs. So if you don't have cats and dogs and you purchase this, those items are just go to waste. So even though I really like the doggy door, and I think last time I rated it a little bit higher, I'm going to put it in D this time because it should have been with cats and dogs. Okay, Machino stuff pack. I can't remember where I rated this last time. I really, really like this pack. I really like that there is the functional camera where you can get models to stand on little platforms and you can take photos of them. You can change the background. I also really love the doors and the windows from this. Is this spooky stuff pack same as, or is this one A? I don't know. The style again isn't quite what I like anymore, but the pack itself is actually really good, so that's making me want it to put it higher. So I think I'm going to go with A tier. Next up we have Tiny Living. Tiny Living introduced the tiny homes section. So you can set your residential lot as a tiny home, and there's different types of tiny home and they give you benefits. And I love making tiny homes. They are so fun to make, so I just like that aspect of it. The items aren't quite for me. They are quite contemporary modern, but I do like the items. It's just not my style, but the items are really good. And I just really like the aspect of the tiny house. Is it A or is it B? I think I'm going to put it in B. I most probably should put it higher, but I'm going to personally put it in B. It is a really good pack. I do like it. I'm sort of rating it lower just because it's not my style more than anything. Next up, Nifty Knitting. I love Nifty Knitting. The items are so, so cute. There was a lot of brightly coloured stuff in here, so I remember rating it fairly highly. But I like there's the rocking chairs. You can sell stuff on Plopsy. Obviously, your sim can knit. I think I also really like the clothing in this pack. I think this might be an A. An A or is it a B? It's not an S. It's higher than Spooky. I've got to compare it to what I've already put there, and I'm like, it's definitely higher than that. So for me, it's going to be A. Next up, Paranormal Stuff Pack. And this was like the last pack we got before we had a huge break and loads of kits were released. And then Home Chef Hustle came out. Paranormal Stuff Pack was such a good pack. I feel like they could release this as a game pack and they would have just gotten away with it. There was a lot of gameplay in this. The items are so cute. The clothing is so cute. I love this pack. This is an S tier through and through for me. Next up is Home Chef Hustle. I rated this, I'm pretty sure, S tier last year. I think it's going to drop down a little bit just because I don't use it as much anymore because of the style flip, but it's still a really good pack. I like the new little appliances that came with it. There was like a stall you can sell your baked goods with. It's really cute. The items themselves are really nice as well, even though I don't get as much use out of them. I feel like they're quite versatile because there is a lot of colour options. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in A. So it's not quite S anymore for me, but definitely A. Then we have Crystal Creations. I love the items in Crystal Creations. The clothing is beautiful. The build items are beautiful. The gameplay is really good. You can make so many different types of pieces of jewellery. It's like, I'm pretty sure it was like 20,000 different variations you can do because of the different metals you can use, the different fixtures you can use, the different gemstones you can use. There is so much you can do. So I'm pretty sure this is definitely an S tier for me. Definitely 100%. I use it a lot. I think I'm happy with where I've got stuff. And I know some people are going to hate that I've rated some of these so low because I might really like the pack. But it's fine. Like I said, everybody has their own opinions and different styles. I'd love to know if you would change these at all. Like if you would say, no, luxury party stuff needs to be S. Because I just love knowing people's opinions and reasons why they might like it. I know somebody before, I rated the Party Essentials kit in D because I still did read my comments, and they was like, no, it would be top for them because they love like brightly coloured things and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's really, really cool. And like I said, everybody has their own opinion. So this is my final tier list. So the main ones for me is Paranormal Stuff and Crystal Creation in S tier. 100% my favourite. I love these stuff packs. And I hope we get some more stuff packs soon because again, when was Crystal Creations released? I feel like it was the start of last year. I could be totally wrong by that. It just feels like so long ago. And then we've just had loads of kits again. And don't forget, you can use my code STORM at checkout. It really helps me out and thank you if you do. But that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and I will see you in my next video. Bye!